Hi everyone, it's Helen from Mind Gift here. I'm here today to talk to you about the second part of the series in an instruction manual for your mind, or how your mind works. So if you remember last week we were talking about the conscious and the unconscious mind, and today I'm going to teach you a little bit more about how the details of the program works and the mind-body link. Because as I keep saying, your mind is a gift. And the other really important point about that is that your mind and your body are intrinsically linked. So if we come to this Charlie Brown video that you might have seen advertised, telling you about this video, and we start standing like this, don't we? And Charlie Brown says, you know, to get out any joy out of being depressed, you need to stand like this. Because actually if you lift your head up and you smile and you put your shoulders back, actually you start to feel better. So when we think about the program, I'm going to talk you through the old panic attack program that I used to have, and how that links to how any program, any dot-to-dot program works, so that you can start to understand it and consider it within your own programs that might be unhelpful. So I might be baking a cake. Let's pretend I'm baking a cake one day. I'm in the kitchen, consciously, my conscious mind, my captain is baking the cake. That's what it's focused on. And off I go to the fridge to get some milk. I open the fridge door and I find, oh no, there's no milk, or I'm really low on milk. And instantly that's my trigger. Okay, because no milk means supermarket, okay? And supermarket is a place where I have panic attacks at this point in time, is what I'm telling myself. So I've opened the fridge door and bam, I'm distracted. My captain is distracted making the cake. So the crew step in, and it's straight through all my past experiences, values, beliefs, everything I think I know about having to go to the supermarket. And it is, oh my God, no, I'm going to have to go to the supermarket. I always have a panic attack in the supermarket. Everybody looks at me when I'm in the supermarket, and I start to delete and distort and generalise information. And I'll talk to you about those three words later on in the series. But for now, just think of it about like I now exaggerate. In my thinking, I exaggerate what might be going to happen. And next, I've got a picture, a visualisation of what that means to me. So that might be me in a supermarket with literally everybody staring at me, because everybody hasn't got enough to do in their day-to-day life rather than look at me. So there's a picture now, and that starts to change my internal physiology. And by internal physiology, what I mean is maybe the way I'm breathing, maybe the way I'm swallowing, my heart rate, whether I'm sweating. So those kind of things start to kick in and respond, as I at this point have triggered my fight-flight system. And there is another video in the series about the fight-flight system if you want to have a look back for that, and how it affects your immune system. So my internal physiology is responding, and then in comes my external physiology, my Charlie Brown stuff here. So for me at this point, this might have been screwing up my forehead, hunching up my shoulders, really tense, clenching my fists, whilst I'm now envisaging, I don't want to have a panic attack. I always have a panic attack in the supermarket. I've got to go to the supermarket. Okay, so all of that is now going to lead to a behaviour in me, which is going to lead to a result of a panic attack, isn't it? Because the crew are busy trying to work out how to avoid going to the supermarket, because that's what the instruction is I've been giving it. I've literally, can I just remind you, in my kitchen making a cake, open the fridge door. I've gone nowhere, I'm perfectly safe. But in that moment, opening the door and finding that the milk's low, I have now zoomed myself into the supermarket, and I don't want to go there because I'm scared. So while the captain is distracted, the crew are thinking, how can I get Helen out of this? How do I stop her having to go to the supermarket? I know what I'll do. In the past, when I've given her a panic attack, she doesn't have to go to the supermarket. Paul goes for her. So that'll get her the result she wants, because the instruction I gave it is, I don't want to go to the supermarket and I always have a panic attack. So that's how we end up in this situation, by giving it the wrong instructions. And the crew think they're being helpful, and they're just a little bit misguided at the moment because they've not got the captain giving him instructions, okay? So in order to change that and interrupt the program, there are numbers of ways in which we can do that. But the one I want you to think about today, which is quite easy and simple, is the mind-body link, okay, and how we interrupt the program with the physiology. So coming back to, I might start having a run on the spot, do a few star jumps, because that is my exercise habit or exercise program. So that sends a message to my mind that goes, oh, what? I'm confused.com. Guess what? I don't normally run up and down and do star jumps when I'm thinking I don't want to go to the supermarket and I might have a panic attack. This is what I do when I'm up in the morning, getting my endorphins going, being really healthy and enjoying myself with Paul. So that interrupts the program, and my crew start looking for a different program that aligns to that physiology. I might put my favourite tune on and have a dance and jump about, and that aligns to my program when I'm having fun with friends or family or we're at a party, and that again interrupts the program and confuses my mind and goes, huh? What's this? This isn't normal when I'm looking in the fridge worrying about going to the supermarket. So it's just a simple trick to look at your physiology, almost take yourself to an outer body experience if you're feeling emotionally uncomfortable, and think, what am I doing with my body? And how can I change my body that sends a different message about how I'm feeling to my mind, and then gives me time, gives the captain time to have a reflect about what's going on, interrupt the program, and then change the program. So that's the first little easy tip that will help us interrupt and stop the program instantly running like that, because that's what happens. It runs in a flash, okay? So it'll stop it instantly running, buy you time, and start to allow you to get on top of it. I'm not saying it's going to get rid of it or solve it. It's just a simple trick in the moment that will change how you're feeling. And you can do that with any negative emotion that you're feeling. Just change it to a way in which helps you feel more upbeat or positive. And that will, as I say, confuse your mind, confuse the crew, and they'll start looking for another program that attaches to that physiology. Fascinating, isn't it? Absolutely fascinating. So far in summary, we've talked about the conscious and the unconscious mind and how that downloads and learns information when you're young, yeah? And then we've now talked about the dot-to-dot, the programs and the neural pathways, and how we can interrupt them and change the result we get by doing something different. And different today is changing your physiology so you interrupt the program. So your mind is a gift, everybody. Hope you've enjoyed that information. Thanks for listening. I'll talk to you all again soon. Bye for now.